Alright, so we've dropped in Kamea Arano saying that the spaceport in front of us is packed wall to wall with civilians, most of them refugees from the capital. Taurians have been targeting them as enemy combatants, and she needs our help to keep them safe until they evac. There are 3 dropships en route, and the captain of each vessel will call on approach. Shepard 1 heading for docking pad Alpha. 2 is to docking pad Charlie, and 3 is for Bravo, there in the rear. We'll need to keep the enemy on us instead of on the docking pads, and especially away from the fuel. Any hostiles we fail to engage will almost certainly target the fuel tanks, and that'll wipe everything out, so not good. Estimated blast radius is highlighted in red, and we'll be staying well away.
Help them get our people home safe.
So, one not quite so good thing at the moment is that most of our mechs are on the heavier end of things, which means they'll be moving rather slowly. Of course, those.
I take no pleasure in this, Lady Arano, but we're under orders. You can end this by surrendering to Commodore Ostergaard. Until you do, your people will suffer for you.
Yeah, such a good guy. Just under orders. No bad guys ever have said that they were just under orders. Okay. So, we have a lot of turrets. I'm hoping that a lot of them will sensor lock. Doesn't look like we're going to get that. Instead, just minuscule damage coming out from that flamer turret. I think something tried to shoot there, but it got nowhere close. Even those machine guns are missing. And this is hopefully what we've brought the Axeman for. A nice, good punch should bring us clear. And looks like, what, is it 4 or 5? Oof. Shredder turret, thankfully staying up. We'll distract another volley from our opponents. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That looks like a Jenner, a Thunderbolt, which I hope we can pick up the pieces for him. Another Jenner, an Enforcer, and a Battlemaster who hasn't moved yet. Quite a lot of medium lasers on him. Not really looking forward to fighting that so much. And yeah, we can actually get a physical weapon strike on him. 79.7% chance to hit. Unfortunately not going up with a move. The kick goes up to 84% chance, but the physical weapon does much more damage, so I think we will stick with that. We'll turn off the Ultra AC-20, and this is dangerous, but we will stand on that side to get the flanking bonus. We miss. Dagnabbit. Okay. Not a good start. I was hoping to use that hit to strip evasion pips off the Jenner, and then to really punish that mech pretty severely. Unfortunately not able to do that. Let's see what we can get with the Jaguar. Can we get a kick? We can get a kick. We'll fire it. Well, no, that's a clan mech, so our accuracy on the kick will be basically nil. Let's go ahead and let that Battlemaster move. Maybe we'll be able to shoot at him decently effectively. We'll see. He should be moving. Come on. Oh, allied turn, that's why. Striker Mark 1 does actually land more guns on that target than our Axeman did. Poor Slapdash. I was just talking her up in the last video. Let's turret down. Not great for us. Basically, we can think of each one of those as additional hit points they have to chew through. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, that's horrible accuracy. Instead, I think we'd be better served by sprinting up this way. I do like how that Titan looks at the rear angle there. Sensor lock. Strip 2 evasion pips off that guy down to 5, so we get, well, we no longer suffer -4 from those last 2 evasion pips. Still more than enough evasion on that Jenner. I'm going to have a hard time boring through that, at least on this go. Thankfully the Striker Mark 1 is moving around the side. Hopefully they will engage him. And we do have eyes on a sixth. Really don't like that word. I'm not very good at saying it. The ordinal number that comes after 5th, 6th mech there in the back. So we do need to get a move on here. Yeah, no, that's not going to be worth it at all. Okay, no sense reserving down anymore. Nothing to gain from it. Okay, that we can live with. Can we get any better than it? If we can get flanking... No, and we risk hitting our own mech. They're on the side. So for right now, let's just move up here. Hopefully we can land the tag. And this placement does protect our Ebon Jaguar a little bit from the incoming mechs. There, let's see what we can do. Ooh. Okay. Alright, not bad. I will not complain about that one bit. Looks like that Jenner probably did have an XL engine in him. We were just able to completely destroy. Fair enough. Works for me. And the ATM-12 actually can do some pretty good indirect fire here. We did, when we rebuilt this mech with the ATM-12 instead of the ATM-9s, I did increase the ammunition on those guns. So let's go over this way. Indirect fire in at Battlemaster, which is our best accuracy at present. Not very good accuracy, mind you, but we have the ammunition for it. 10 volleys at each damage type is pretty good. Might even be a little bit over. But again, I'm being a little bit cagey on our ammunition reserves. Enemy flankers.
Concentrate all fire on those
That's
drop
gonna
ships.
be
Take them
a
out,
problem.
or you'll have Ostergaard to answer to.
Okay, so we have to get a fast mover over there to engage. Probably going to be the Ebon Jaguar, or I guess the Axeman is quick, but not the most reliable, and we are getting very much pressured here. Only 4 mechs on our side because it is a Flashpoint. I suppose the turrets are supposed to help with that, but they won't be as useful now as they could have been if we did have the vanilla rules where they would, one, probably not have as much. Yeah, I mean, we didn't have a chance to move yet, so I know they're shooting in at that fuel tank, but there's nothing we could have done to intercept that. They spawned and immediately shot. Thunderbolt shooting in, looks like at the Titan, hopefully missing most of his shots. And we need to do something about this sooner rather than later. My concern is, okay, so this has a lot of health. That does help. They probably, when they playtested, which I'm assuming they did, they probably playtested this, they said, okay, well, those flankers are going to be able to land the 1 to 200 that they would normally have. Was he tagged? Who was tagged? Interesting. Okay. So what we can do, we can move the Axeman over. Yeah. I'm not sure where that thing is going to land. I don't want us to get squished. That would be very much less than ideal. There we avoid getting squished. You know what? Yeah, let's make that run. And I can't call it. I keep forgetting I can't call in the strafe if I move. Still not used to having that. We'll just say we're done with it. Fine. Should have just sat still, called in the strafe with the Ebon Jaguar at those light mechs. That would have been actually pretty cool. Of course, we can get better usage going down this straight, shooting at all 5, but they are heavier generally, so we won't get as much reward from it. Especially if he does move off to the side there. My hope is that, well, let's see what sort of flanking we can get. The Timberwolf. A little bit risky to go for a rear shot here. We'll be exposing our own back to that Enforcer, potentially to the Battlemaster as well. So rather than do that right now, let's reserve down, let the Battlemaster move, so he won't at least have open season on our rear arc. If we can kill the Thunderbolt, that would be pretty nice. So he's getting shot at, that's fine. Striker getting shot at is fine, again. We get our own, oh, what the? Okay. Battlemaster apparently decided that letting us kill him was just too much work. So, he's off the field. Blew up his own ammunition reserves. Kind of hilarious. Alright, we'll take it. And let's come around here on the back end of that very unfortunate Thunderbolt. We will Battlelord. And we're cooking ourselves with the Battlelord, but we're not going to be firing everything, so we'll take out the 2 ER mediums. better ammunition, sorry, better damage from the SRMs if we can land those shots, and from the ATM-12, so let's see what we can do. Yeah, we didn't even have spectacular accuracy on that. We were able to bore through completely the rear arc of that Thunderbolt, so I'm feeling pretty good about that performance right there. Why is our accuracy so bad? Looking at this guy. With size differential. Yep, size differential +4, and he moved for a +12, so we're getting currently a +17 to the difficulty of that shot, which is just absolutely crazy. Instead of doing that, why don't we come over here and introduce you to, well, up defensive formation. Why not? No better time to than right now. And 99.1% chance. Come on, Slapdash, redeem yourself here. Oof, very nice punch. Do actually take out an arm. Most importantly, that mech has lost all of that +12 that it had to avoid our fire. 74.6. Still a decent chance of shooting our own guy from the angle that I was thinking about. So let's move over this way instead. Shoot down straight, and let's see what 6 ER larges looks like. Okay. Yeah, I'm happy with that. A little bit of overkill, and we kind of knew it would be because that CT was exposed on the Jenner, and that mech doesn't really have much internal structure. Chipper 1 has arrived. More flankers. I'm beginning to think that they won't... Yeah, okay. Honor and liberty and blowing up civilians. Or is that not what he said? Okay. Beginning to think that those flankers won't be able to make much of a difference, even if they do pound into the fuel reservoir for the whole time. Actually, they might have a little bit overdone it with the health on those buildings. We'll have to see the caliber of the flankers over on this side. So there's a Jenner. Gonna be pretty light damage. Yeah, I mean, I guess 4 or 5 turns they could go through there, but I don't think they'll have that much time. The turret actually dealing more damage to the wall than to the enemy mech. Which is not exactly great. You'd think if they missed, they at least were like, oh, well, let's not aim directly at the wall ahead of us. But if I employed that guy, he'd be getting fired. But I don't. Lucky for him. So my hope is maybe we can do some long-range shooting on that spider with our Titan, if we can get into a good position for it. I'm not sure we have a movement range to do that. But a man can hope and all that. Reserve down to 4. Let's see what we can do. Maybe? Yeah, right there. Oh, right there. 30% chance is not great. It's probably going to be that size differential again. But it's the best shot that we have, so let's take it for right now. If we take a look in at the accuracy, size delta is really killing us, height difference killing us, medium range, target move, move self. Oof. Not as good accuracy as I like on these things. We do have the precision strike, 74.6% chance to hit. And let's take a look. So even a single ER large pounding in at the leg can take out most of the armor on that thing. So we could very well leg this mech here. Or we could just try to land 2 in the CT, 79% chance of doing it, 74.6% chance of landing the hit. That should allow us to land 2, and we go right through its CT. So let's go for that. Oh yeah, that spider's dead. Okay. Yeah, I can very well reconcile myself with using that mech as well, probably more of a medium to heavy killer than a light killer, but I mean, got the job done, so no complaints from me there. Move the Ebon Jaguar up and use our precision strike here to take out that commando, hopefully. See what we can do. Yeah, that's down too. And this is why we took that little clan space escapade to make ourselves that much more effective. Yeah, I mean, I'm really just celebrating getting rid of 2 light mechs, but I don't know, that was pretty satisfying. We can move the Timberwolf up and around. We will have to go a little bit lighter on the guns this time around, but the Enforcer I think has weaker back armor to begin with, and we'll go in with a Precision Strike just to slow him down. He is actually already damaged from, I think that was that tank that shot at him, and turn off one of the SRMs, see what we can do. Yeah, I love that. That is very good. That is very nice. I mean, the sheer amount of damage is one thing, but the fact that it's coming in with all of those individual hits is just really what makes that so devastatingly effective. So we only have one mech left from the main drive. I'm kind of sad we didn't get to kill the Battlemaster. That would have been fun and at least required more ammunition than our current drop has required. Might have gone in a little bit too heavy, but yeah, again, I'm a little cagey after the losses we took during the last one. I do remember this mission being relatively challenging in the base game, just because with those fuel tanks having a lot less health, they were a lot harder to protect from, you know, first round sort of damage. I think the third time I've done this on vanilla, when I knew that those flankers were coming, I would actually send something light, something medium over there to each side in advance with the hopes that they'd shoot at that instead, and even then sometimes they wouldn't, because you're moving a mech like that, you're going to have a lot of evasion. It's relatively hard to chunk through. It does look like, well, were the flankers included in that tally? They might have been. It says we have 3 hostiles left. I only see 2. I don't even see a third on sensors. It could be that there's a second ambusher on the left-hand side, we just can't see him yet. That would make sense given that they dropped 2 on the right as well. Or it could be waiting to come in until the next transport is signaled as a flanker from this back end. Not a lot of space there, but I could see it. Certainly being a possibility. Let's go ahead and move the Timberwolf up just a little bit and see if we can kill this guy as well. The ER mediums, I might... Oof, this is a nice sighting picture. Okay. Sure. We'll turn on the SRM-6 just because of one accuracy. The double ER medium might not be necessary on this guy. And if we take those out, we can put in more heat sinks and make that alpha strike a bit more sustainable in less than ideal biomes, which would certainly be helpful. So let's move the Titan, see how this performs without... Yeah, that's just awful. That's trash. Granted, the height difference is killer, but this is why we have Bomb Squad in there, so we do still have the sensor lock. Go ahead and strip those 2 evasion pips from the Jenner, and see what we can do moving up with the Axeman. I do like how much distance we can get on just regular move. It saves some of our accuracy from not having to sprint. You know what? We're near the end of the mission. Let's splurge, fire that Ultra AC-20. We missed both of those. So, not great at the double coin flip. Never really been my strong suit. The Ebon Jaguar back down. He will go into the back end if they do drop another ambusher on us at the end of this turn. Lift off 1. Good. Approaching pad Bravo. Shipper 2. Prepping for launch, so that'll be at the end of this turn. And I don't see another ambusher. I wonder if it failed to spawn one in. There were problems with that a couple patches ago, where if there were certain models selected, it would just sort of not spawn it in. So if that's being counted, that could be an issue. But my hope is it'll realize, okay, well, there's none left, so we just sort of shortcut to the end screen there. But we'll have to see. I apologize if this is not really as riveting as it could have been if things were a little bit higher stakes, but I don't really see us taking too much damage here to our own lance. It's not at present. Maybe they'll drop in something, plot twist, you're facing an assault lance, something like that. But compared to some of the opposition we have been fighting up in clan space, this is pretty light. Some of those missions were several hundred tonners, one after another. Yeah, granted, they don't exactly have great evasion. We were able to definitely use that to our advantage many a time. You know, still, tonnage and number of guns does count for something. The best shot we're able to get with the Titan is an obstructed one up on this rock. But I want to see... Wow, that's 30% with a precision strike. You're kidding me. We're gonna shoot our own... We're gonna shoot our own guy if we do that. Okay. Strip those evasion pips and get the Axeman moving up. Can cut some of the height differential by doing that. Okay, so there is another guy back there, so we have our answer. We'll turn off the Ultra AC-20 to save the heat, as well as just, we're not going to land at 30.9% with our luck. Do land two of the ER mediums, and that Jenner is taking some definite fire. Now that we know he's over there, actually, you know what? Haha. No, it's too far away. Ah, dagnabbit. Okay, so let's sprint, close that gap, maybe we can strafe him next turn. But we can at least put the LRMs on this guy. Use the precision strikes, why not? Slow him down to moving on 6. Really won't matter for us. But it's about sending a message sometimes. I'm confused why that other flanker hasn't moved up at all, but that is what it is. So we can come up this way, and if we switch onto the standards, away from the HE rounds, we should have the range on that Jenner. Yeah, we have range. And now this will matter that we slow down to 5 as well. There should be some turrets moving for him if this isn't enough to kill him. But it is, so there's only one mech left. Shepherd 2 is about to take off. Yep, Shepherd 3 arrived. And this is looking pretty good. I do like those leopards. Wish we had more of them. There is a mission you can actually fight a leopard in this, but I'm a little bit terrified to do that. Because, apparently it's catastrophically hard. And things that are catastrophically hard are not generally good for our Lance longevity. Let's go ahead and drop a sensor lock. He didn't move, but I don't know. Yeah, something screwy with him. Okay, so... Well... Let's not drop the strafe. There's really no point to it. Can't quite get close enough for a non-long-range shot with the Ultra AC-20. But Precision Strike brings it up 96.4. We'll cut 2 of the ER mediums that we don't build heat. Oof. Yeah, okay. Very nice. That mech is down. All hostiles are down. And now I guess we just wait for that last leopard to take off. Ah, there it is. I'll buy us another few minutes. Okay. Allied turn. I wonder if there will be some sort of additional end of mission bad guy, but nope. That's the mission success sound, so we should pick up a BTA loot cache. Stick around for that if you like. Otherwise, we'll see you again real soon.
Mission successful.
Alright, nice 2 million C-bill payout. Pretty good for us. We were running a little bit light on funds after that Titan rework. All 3 got away, so pay increased by 50%, so what's driving that payout up. You won't see me complaining about that. And, okay, I mean, we'll get our last Battle Masterpiece, because why not? I do like that platform, pretty good. Basically looks like a gigantic Thunderbolt, which I certainly enjoy. I don't know if there's going to be much else worth taking. Take the Thunderbolt part, not enough to get us the whole thing. Yeah, we don't need 11 medium lasers. We don't even really need the 2 PPCs. I think we're going to get most of this anyway, so let's just cut to the chase here. Yeah, we got all the salvage. Very well. We can fiddle around with that Battlemaster build if we want to. Oh, here it is. Here's the BTA loot cache. You do get an additional 300,000 payout, 350,000 bonus C-bills from the loot cache, and ooh, very nice. Exchanger double plus. I love that. ERPPC shotgun. So no damage fall off, which is nice. 5 individual, I guess, projectiles. 7 tonnage, 3 slots, 40 heat. Not great damage for that, especially not great stability damage. 25% crit bonus is nice. PPC debuff is nice. So that's more of a utility weapon, I'd say, than a damage dealer. And the PPC buff is halved, so regular PPCs, or at least the ERs that I usually look at, maybe it's just the clans, I'm not sure, do usually scramble for 2 accuracy. This is only scrambling for 1. But that Exchanger double plus is definitely worthwhile. Alright, so... ooh, here it is. Path forward in orbit around Smithen. Done it, faced off against Taurians, and forced to retreat. Yeah, okay, it wasn't all that hard. They blew themselves up, part of it. Restored hope to the Oregon people. Yada yada, okay. I'm in it for the money. Fair enough. People will make you into a hero even if you're not one. That's maybe not as inspirational as she thinks it is. Okay. I don't know what we go for here. Yes, we will. Company will be with you till the end. Hey, we're not really devoted to the cause. It's not really the feeling I'm getting here. But this is just a jerk thing to say. Keep holding up your end, count on us. Are we vengeful enough? We might be. You know what? Paid as promised. Very well. Gonna be a lot of C-bills. Okay, news for us, good and bad. Contact with a member of House Gallus, ruling family of Itram. Okay. Damaging information. Good, good. Taken prisoner. Fair enough. And this leads us toward the liberation of Itram, which I think will be our next Flashpoint, maybe even the next episode. We might have to hop away here in order to get it to populate, but we'll see where we go. Alright, Itram is next. Good. Fight and win. Ostergaard wants a place on the kill list. Happy to accommodate him. Works for me. Ostergaard and Espinosa to hell side by side. Yeah. Good for you, Darius. More stones than I thought you had. Alright, so that's the mission. Those are the cutscenes. And we'll be back again real soon with another episode. So, till then, see you guys around.